And terrifying.
In 1974, Patricia Young was pronounced dead on arrival at a Renton, Washington hospital. The cause of death, a gunshot wound to the throat.
Well, there was a crisis in my family life that was quite difficult. And what I did that was drastic was I took a gun and shot myself through the neck. The next thing I remember, I was suspended in a void of some sort, but I was completely unable to move. And there didn't seem to be anything at all around me. These little creatures, little beings, grotesque, hideous little creatures came up, and they seemed to be preparing me for something. They did horrible things, and you could feel the things they did. They would make holes in me, anywhere on my body, even in my cheek, in my eye socket. And they put anything that was gross or nauseating in these holes. And they got great, tremendous delight out of it. Then they departed. They didn't seem to be there anymore. Right then, I had the sense that someone was coming up behind me. I could hear this extreme raspy, heavy breathing, and it was getting closer. And I knew instinctively that, without questioning it, that it was absolute pure evil. And it was getting closer and closer. Within the very next instant, I knew it was going to be within my view, and I screamed out as loud as I could, "Oh God, please help me." And I opened my eyes, and I was alive.
Patricia is one of hundreds of people throughout the country who claim to have been to hell and back. Many of them are members of support groups like this one.
People have experienced that's in reporting, because this is very painful for people because of their neighbor's judgment.
Just as with people who claim to have encountered a heaven-like afterlife, for those who have been plunged into darkness, the experience is a very intense and personal journey.
The first thing that I can remember after the accident is waking up in hell. The vision of fire all around me. Didn't feel the flames, didn't have a body. There was no day, there was no night. There were voices. I was doing whatever the voice of Satan was telling me to do.
And all of a sudden it was just really dark. It was a huge, huge space. And these forms were just full of despair, and they were all moaning.
It was still black until there was a little tiny white spot. And I thought, well, there's the light at the end of the tunnel. This is my way out. Instead, that little white dot came up, becoming a skull. It was too small to be fearsome, but it came up brighter and brighter until it was huge. I felt like his mouth was going to take me with him.
The thing that I remember that was so frightening is going into this tunnel, and I felt like I was being entrapped in cobwebs. And at the end of the tunnel, these faces, these demons.
These guys were evil. It frightened me. I started saying, you know, where's Jesus? Where's Jesus? Am I going to hell? I was begging. I said, God, please, please don't leave me out here with these spirits. I don't want to be left out here just wandering aimlessly. And I was just trying to hurry to get back to my body.
People notice an absence of light. And imagine that light is the only love known to you. And it's going away. And you're being left in absolute, isolated nothingness. It's utter abandonment. So it's not about the light. It's about the love.